Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Monday, April 28th, 2025. As I like to say, guys, it's a new day / new week filled with new opportunities, and we're here to capitalize on these opportunities. Not worried about the wins and losses, 100% focused on the process, and we're here to make sure we follow that today. Understanding that every trade has the possibility of the random outcome, understanding the randomness of trading, could be a winner, could be a loser. All we're here to do is to make sure we execute our plan, make sure we follow our strategy, and let the probabilities play out. So with all that being said, let's take a look at the charts, see what levels we have, and any trades we might take. All right, guys, so here we are on the charts. A quick little summary here, morning analysis. And as you guys see, per usual, every single morning I do the same thing. ES hourly on the left side, NQ hourly on the right side. Mark out the session low, session high, which ES and NQ are just created right now during the New York session. Here you guys see a 50% retracement is the orange dashed line on the chart. Same thing on NQ, session low, session high, 50% retracement is the orange dashed line. Any pivots you might see in between here and there. You guys see I have one here, another pretty obvious pivot here, and Friday's session high was right here. That price just broke above. Same thing on ES. We have a couple pivots towards the sell side. Here. ES has already broken above Friday's session high, broken above it pretty strong actually. Price is kind of coming up here, waiting for NQ to break above it. So now we're interested in a possible short position here. If we can get a reversal and a close above this gap, if price wants to come down here, tap into this gap and give a setup to the long side, I will not be opposed to that possible continuation setup. Or if price wants to come into the 50% retracement and give a setup off of that for a possible long as well. There's a lot of things, a lot of possibilities that can happen. I'll just be waiting, as you guys know, not going to force anything. It's a Monday. I'd rather take no trades than take subpar setups and lose on those subpar setups, or shoot, even win on those, because it builds bad tendencies, and don't want to be building bad habits. So I'll be waiting. I'll update you guys on anything that presents itself or what I'm thinking about throughout the day. All right. Okay, guys, here we are back in the charts. As you guys can see here, it's currently 8:26. So market's been open for 2 hours now. Still haven't taken any single trades. There was one trade I was really interested in that I called out earlier. You guys saw the sweep of Friday's high. You guys see here, price swept above it. There was this 2-minute gap here that I was looking at. That once price closed below, I wanted to take this short here. I was not able to take this short because of some trade copier issues. For some reason, my trade copier wasn't working in the morning. I was placing the orders, but it wouldn't copy to any of the other accounts. So I just sat on it, and I didn't take the trade because I wasn't trying to manage all the prop firms that I'm trading. As you guys see here, would have been a quick plus to our hit to target. It is unfortunate. Still have to manage my emotions because I know how difficult it is to see a trade go right in your favor, and would have been +2 or 1 and done on the day, but it is what it is. Manage my emotions. Nothing else other than in other setups. I was interested in this long once price would have, or if price would have closed above this 2-minute gap here that I have marked out. But as you guys see here, price rejected once. I had it marked out. I stretched it out a little further. I was waiting for price to close above here for continuation higher. And again, price rejected for the second time. As you guys see here, price is selling off. So right now what I'm waiting for is you have this red and blue line on ES here. And it's already tapped into it on NQ. These are my Asia and London lows. So price just swept through it right there. These are key levels for me. And as you guys know, I will take a setup off of these levels for a possible rejection or a bounce off of these levels. So I'll look to see if there's any gaps here. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of gaps. And I take the last singular gap. And these looks like it needs to inverse quite a lot for me to be able to take any of these. So again, we haven't taken a trade yet. It's 2 hours into the market open. We're being super patient, super disciplined, and once the trade presents itself, we will make sure to execute. So just want to document that real quick, and we'll be back in a little bit. I'll let you guys know how the rest of the day is going. All right, guys, possible NQ long here. If we get this close above this gap, boom.
Order filled.
We are in there. So the reasoning behind this trade is, as I mentioned earlier, prices kind of just sold off through all these levels. ES does a better job at showing it. You see this red and blue line here. This is the session low, Asia low and London low, which was swept right through here, and price continued lower. On NQ, you guys see here, price has respected these gaps. You guys see here, price respected gaps 1, 2 times, another gap here, 2 times again here, another gap here, and then this one on the 1 minute, or was it on the 1 minute? On the 1 minute, this is the first time price has disrespected this gap, gave a close above. And again, guys, that is my entry model. That is my trigger signal for me to enter on the trade. We are in it long now. nothing else for me to do. We flipped the coin. It's either going to be heads or tails. It's going to be a win or a loss, and we're going to stick to it. So I'll go ahead and update you guys here in a bit, let you guys know how it plays out. Okay, guys, we are back a couple minutes after we jumped in on the trade. Kind of want to document my emotions and how I'm feeling. A lot of people ask me how do I keep or stay or hold on to the trades for so long? How do I not jump out of the trades or get out prematurely? Do this, do that. Honestly, like my trading model tells me, it's hold the trade until stop loss gets triggered or take profit gets hit. And I mentioned that earlier. It's literally a coin flip for me. That helps me with my emotions. And whenever I do see price fluctuate, what I do most of the time is I literally just close the chart. Close the chart. I can't look at the trade. Don't worry about it. And it really helps with the mental a lot. It doesn't, because I have my stop loss already set, take profits already set. And if I'm not looking at the charts, then I really don't know what's going on. I'm either going to get a target hit or stop loss hit. And it's the little voice that tells me it, the little Tradeify voice. But every couple minutes here, as you guys see here, it's been 10 minutes since I've been in the trade. I check the chart just to see how it's going. It doesn't really do much. Like if it's going in my favor, it makes me feel a little bit better. If it's going against me, then I'm kind of already accepting the loss. But it's little tricks like this that help me with my emotions from time to time. Just make sure I don't exit prematurely. I don't take profits early. And I just hold on to it until the trade tells me what it was. So I'll be back here in a little bit and I'll update you guys shortly. All right, guys, doing another check-in here. A couple minutes after the trade. I think that's 30 minutes or so after the trade. Price did go in my favor here. I wasn't looking at it, was not at the charts, or not looking at the charts here. Price did come pretty close to taking me out for a full plus 2R target. Price then sold off like crazy, almost took me out for minus 1R loss. Price is currently working in my favor again, right? So me not being or looking at the charts during all this, it kind of helps with the emotions, right? Right here, I'm thinking, or I wasn't even thinking anything, but if I was looking at the charts, I would be thinking, oh my God, I'm so close to profit. Take me out somewhere around here in profit. And then if I would have seen price come all the way down here, my emotions would be all messed up thinking, oh no, I had so much profit. Now I'm going to lose it all. So not looking at the charts, guys, that's what's really helped me. Not the roller coaster emotions is not affecting me, right? Because I'm not looking at it all the time. So right now, what I'm going to do again, not look at the charts for another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll update you guys in a bit. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, guys, here we are back on the charts. As you guys see here, price did come down, take me out for full minus 1R charge. It is what it is, guys. Again, when we first jumped in the trade, even in the morning analysis, I said you need to accept the randomness of trading. Sometimes the trades work in your favor, sometimes they don't. And this one just didn't happen to go in our favor, right? Now all we have to do is wait for another setup. You cannot go revenge trading. When price is close here, when it takes me out, when I take my losses, I understand that I need to wait for the next valid setup, because if I let my emotions get the best of me, I'll jump into another trade subpar setups and make the losses even bigger. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to wait it out, wait for another valid setup. If you look at the hourly, there's not much in terms of levels. Price has just been free falling since tapped into Friday's high. We do have a level down here. If price wants to come down here and tap into this, that would be another potential long. Again, on ES, similar thing. Friday's low is another level on ES. If price wants to come down here, tap into that, then I'll be looking for a long. Other than that, not much in terms of levels. If it wants to tap into this hourly gap, I'll look for a potential short off of this gap and a continuation lower. Those are my levels right now. And we just have to wait for another valid setup. Don't want to rush into anything subpar. Don't want to rush and make this loss even bigger. We need to be calm, cool, collected, and we're going to wait for another valid setup. If no valid setup presents itself, then we're 100% okay calling it a day there with minus 1R on the day. But we will be patient. We will wait, and I'll update you guys here in a bit. All right, guys, we're back at the charts. It's currently 12:36. We are done trading for the day here. No other valid setups presented themselves. As you guys saw, I was out of the trade here at 10:10, making sure I wait for another A+ setup, another quality setup that follows all my rules. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get anything on this move up. It's been a very strong move up. It is unfortunate that I was taken out right before this whole move happened. Like, price came out, took me out, went a little bit lower, and then started going higher. It is unfortunate about that, but again, guys, we don't control that. It is what it is. All we control is the emotions and the patience, the discipline, making sure we don't enter any subpar setups, because if I would have entered a subpar setup all throughout here, as you guys can see, prices continued going higher and it would have been a loser. So thankful about that, and finish it off the day minus 1R. I'll go ahead and show you guys the Apex accounts. You guys can see here, minus 1R, one trade on all these accounts. The counts are still pretty decent. Again, it's just 1R. The drawdown price did go in my favor, plus 1.75R, so it was pretty decent, and it came back against me. But it is what it is. One trade, 0 winners, 1 loser. Here's the execution for 38 minutes in the trade. I'll show you guys my funny futures, 200 bucks down on the day. Here you guys can see the Tradeify accounts again, as all of them $200 down on the day. And then there it is, guys. Finishing the day off with a loser, one trade, one and done, but the opposite way. It sucks. It is what it is. But again, guys, we come into the market, we come understanding that is the possibility, that taking losses are all part of it. And it is unfortunate because the first trade of the day, if the trade copier didn't have any issues, we would have been one and done since the morning and not even have to worry about it the rest of the day. But it is what it is. That's the probabilities. We got to play the probabilities, stay patient, stay disciplined, and execute whenever the trade present themselves. So with all that being said, we're calling it a day there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Peace.